So we are into this ANSYS Fluent setup. As I've discussed that in the discrete phase modeling, as per the introduction of ANSYS Fluent manual, it says that the calculated flow field should exist before working on the discrete phase model. So that we have completed in the previous video. Now we will be discussing about the setting up of the discrete phase model. All right. So I will be making the videos very small and short so that you don't miss the important aspect by just forwarding the videos or increasing the speed of my video. Right now, if you are going to the models over here in the setup, you will be having all the list of models which are useful in the simulations of ANSYS Fluent. Now one of them is discrete phase model. By default it will be turned off until unless you are utilizing, it will not be turned on. Right, the most common model for most of the simulations used will be the energy and the viscous models, that is the turbulence models. And let me just double click on discrete phase. So the moment I've clicked on discrete phase model, I will be having this window over here. Clear? And there are different options over here one may understand when we are solving the cases, right? And after opening this window, we have to go to injections over here. Right now, injections are nothing but the injecting of the respected droplet into the domain. Okay, so whatever droplets we are creating, we have to consider them as injection, and they are named as injections basically. Now in this injections tab, you will be finding the list of injections what you have created. And as we haven't created any injection as of now, nothing is being displayed over here and it is empty. In order to create a new injection, we simply have to click on create, and you will be having the injection property tab opened over here. So this is the most crucial and important window over here, which determines us to set the properties of the injection. Now the injection name can be given. For example, if you want to give this as ABC injection, and the name can be entered as per the user's choice. After that, the next option to be selected is the injection type. Now in ANSYS Fluent, there are different injection types. Okay, depending on the applications and cases, we need to select them. Now for our case, we can select the surface injection type. I have this browser over here. In this, you can see the list of injection types as well. For example, if I'm just going to this window, you can see injection types listed over here. I'll just attach this list in the resources. You can just try to see each of them and understand what do they mean, right? And you can see single in the sense you'll be having particle injection defining a single particle stream. So single particle is defined over here in the injection type as single. When we are selecting other options, the different forms are selected. Okay, now what we will be doing is we will be selecting the surface type. So surface will help us to perform the injection with respect to some surface. For example, in our model we have the surface over here, right? So this is the inlet Y. We will be choosing this inlet Y, and we will be adding the water droplets from this inlet. That is the reason I'm selecting the injection type as surface, and I will be selecting one of the surface from the given boundaries which we have created during the simulation. You can see all these boundaries are listed over here, and this surface is nothing but the inlet Y. I will be selecting inlet Y over here. Clear? Now we have selected the surface, that is well and good. Particle type, we can select it as inert gas. Okay, and after that, what we will be doing is we will leave the material to anthracite. Okay, and after that we will just come on this particular window and enter the velocity of that particular particle which is being injected. So let us just choose a velocity of -2 meters per second. The reason why I'm selecting minus is because you can see this is coming down from the top. So this is y-axis, and that is the reason I'm writing minus or negative over here, so that it comes in this direction. Rather than moving in the upper direction, it falls in the downward direction. Clear? Now I'll leave the diameter of the droplet to the default value, but I'll increase the flow rate to 1 kg per second, and I'll just click on this icon, scale flow rate by phase area. So the Fluent will automatically calculate the area of this surface, and with respect to the flow rate what I've given, it will automatically assign the flow rate for that particular surface with respect to the velocity and the given total flow rate what we desire, right? Now after this we can just press OK, and we can just close this one. But before closing, you can see the injection being listed over here, that is injection ABC. Close it and press OK. Now you can see in the models the discrete phase is selected as on, and there is one injection created, that is injection ABC. Clear? Now at this moment we have created the injection, but the material is not water, so let us just try to change the material to water. I'll just go to materials over here, and in the materials by default we had the fluid materials. We have created propane, or we have copied the propane from the Fluent database and added in the material list. Then we have assigned that propane in the cell zone conditions. Now after turning on the discrete phase model, you will be having the inert particle material being, or category being listed in the material task page. Clear? And in that inert particles, you will be having the anthracite particle being listed over here. Just double click this one and try to change it as 1000 kg per meter cube, and you can just write the name as water. Okay, if you want, you can just write water particle, and then you can just click on change create, and I'll just overwrite it. Okay, now overwriting will replace the material in the injections automatically. If I'm just double clicking an injection, you can see water particle is being listed over here, right? So this is how we are setting up the injection for discrete phase model, and we are assigning the respected material. I wish to stop the video over here because I said that I'll keep the videos short for DPM in order to make you understand clearly, and let us just move to the next video.